I swear to you all, I'm not obsessed. I have made a couple of videos about defending The Last of Us Part 2. About 4 to 5 videos. Now saying it out loud, I might be a little bit obsessed. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about a YouTuber. He goes by YoungRippa. I've never heard of him before. He just pops up in my feed. He says, stop making excuse for The Last of Us Part 2. It's garbage. I got baited. I clicked the video and we are here. Let's see what he has to say.
I'm speaking specific to the storyline. And if you play the first, yes, the game, a big time talking point as far as what pisses people off is what happened to Joel. But it's the context that makes it even worse. Not just even the fact that you got to play with a Big Mama Pump, the person that kills Joel, the way he dies. It's not just that. You also have to take into consideration the fact that the situation that he was put in makes absolutely no sense. And I'm just using this as one big example. The fact that he was set up allows himself, Tommy, or what have you, to basically give up their full names as to who they are. Which obviously triggers Abby. Which I don't understand how she thinks her father being killed off, who actually was ready to kill Ellie in the first game. Nonetheless, I guess they have the more high ground there. Nonetheless.
Yes. The main thing that pisses people off is how Joe died. He said context, but he doesn't really understand the context behind Joe, losing his guard down and saying his name to Abby. So yeah, the context. It got soft, bro. Joe found a community. Joe found a daughter he could take care of, and he settled at that community for 5 years. He learned to trust people. He learned to make friends. He isn't the same brutal Joe we once knew in part 1. The man we know now, this man is more caring and gentle and he has left behind his old past. He has left behind the man who was grieving for Sarah. He has left behind the man who was carrying the range of Sarah. He has left the man behind who slaughtered the whole hospital just not to lose another daughter. The man we know now is the man who had taken the only humanity hope from it. The man who had doomed humanity. He carries that weight. He carries the weight of stripping Ellie's choice to have a say in whether she should save humanity or not. So all these are the context. So what I'm saying now is he doesn't understand the context.
And we've talked about this on this channel when it comes to the comic book, where writers write things to tell a story no matter if it makes sense for the character to be involved in that particular situation. So Joel's death is jacked up for a multitude of different reasons, but also it shows the piss poor writing when you consider how he died. What got him killed is something that is antithetical to his personality from what we learned in the previous game. It makes no sense.
So basically, we're seeing the same topic. He's saying how Joe said his name to Abby, how he trusted Abby isn't like Joe. But I talked about this a minute ago, saying this isn't the Joe we once knew in part 1. Joe is completely different. It's not just bad writing, it's character development. There are circumstances that change Joe as a character. All these are weights that changes a man's character. So yes, this is not Joe. He's different. It's not as if they literally just change him in 9 minutes. There are circumstances that played through part 1 that made him change at part 2.
Have to make excuse for that piece of garbage. I know a lot of people are going to support it out of spite because, again, they created the invisible enemy. They got to pretend that people that dislike this are those very, very bad people. And they just don't understand, right? And they just don't like to see LGBT. Like, shut up. The hell are you talking about, man? The story is trash.
What you just said is completely true. I've seen a lot of people who call The Last of Us trash story, woke garbage slop because it has gay character and transgender. I mean, like, shut the fuck up and play this fucking game. I've seen a lot of people not buying the game. I've seen a lot of people not even playing the game for once because it has a gay character and they criticize the game heavily day by day. I mean, like, shut the fuck up and just play this game and have an actual opinion. So it's not as if it's only one-sided to the people who support this game. So it goes both way, bro.
That's just how it is. It's a culture thing. There was guys that were gonna support this no matter what, and that was just what it was gonna be. They were gonna support it no matter what, and definitely when they saw who was disliking it, they were for sure going to support it top to bottom. It didn't matter what they put out. They were going to justify it, say you didn't understand, it wasn't for you, yada yada. That's what happens. But we don't have to make excuses. It's a garbage storyline, and everybody's in their right to dislike it. And I would encourage you not to buy this.
So he's still saying the same thing. People making excuse that if you don't like this game, that means you must be a bad person. You don't like gay people or trans people, all those bullshit and stuff. 5 years ago, I don't know how bad it is because I was still 15 years old. I never had played the game. But looking at it now, I feel people are actually loving this game more. People are actually giving a valid reason to like this game. Like me now, in my country right now, the whole LGBT stuff is illegal in my country, but playing this game and seeing it in my screen, I can skip all that and acknowledge this game is actually a good game. And there are a lot of people that will say that, oh, LGBT is in this game, I automatically just like it. There are a lot of people that will also hate it because of the fact that there's LGBT in this game. But now I see a lot of people actually loving this game for a valid reason. I think The Last of Us Part 2, people are actually starting to grow on it. People are actually understanding what the game was trying to say and looking past the LGBTQ stuff. So the video I'm reacting to was 5 years ago. I don't know how bad it actually is. So I have no say in this political reason. I don't even know anything about politics. All I know, The Last of Us Part 2 is a masterpiece. Coming from a person coming from a person who doesn't give a shit or who doesn't care about gay or the LGBTQ stuff that was portrayed in the game. All I care about is if it satisfies me, if I loved it or not. So yeah, a lot of people make excuse on why you hate the game. A lot of people make excuse on why you love the game. It just goes both ways. So I think what this guy was just trying to say in this video is that the story is garbage and people are making an excuse for those who doesn't like the story that they hate gay and stuff. But I'm now saying that's not the case. That I've seen a lot of people, like a good amount of people, saying they like The Last of Us for a valid reason. So I don't know how it was 5 years ago. I'm just getting to this video now because I got baited by YouTube algorithm. So what do you think? Is Last of Us actually growing on you now, or is it the same old book slope in the 5 years ago? Let me know.